Welcome to the Hembury Books Podcast. Today we have Lincoln Rawlins, whose first book, Sprout's Idea, was published when he was just 8 years old. It has become an international sensation with the backing of none other than Andy Griffiths, the author of the best-selling 13-story Treehouse series. His book inspires young and old alike to be more conscious of the words they speak and their actions around others. Lincoln recently published the second book in the series, Super Sprout. In it, he combines his love of superheroes with a story that highlights the power of embracing what makes you unique. Super Sprout has been endorsed by Jackie French, the international best-selling author of the beloved Diary of a Wombat and dozens of other titles. It's all pretty amazing for someone who hasn't reached their teen years yet. Thanks for coming on the podcast, Lincoln.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, well, we met, was it just last weekend? No, the weekend before last at Australia Book Fair. And someone had already told me about you, that there's this kid who's an amazing writer who's got a stall. So I found my way to you and we had a little chat. And then I thought it would be so great to have you on the podcast. You are, no surprise, the youngest guest we've ever had.
Yeah, thank you.
Could you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Lincoln Rawlins, as you previously said, and I've written 2 books. I like to play soccer and volleyball, and yeah.
And that's you. Okay, so you were only 8 when you wrote, when your first book was published. Can you please tell us how the idea for a book came about?
So about 2022 February time, my guitar teacher was hosting a festival called the Secret Oasis, and he invited me to the festival to be one of the 3 generations that he was speaking on stage. Reason being because I was his youngest student.
Yeah.
And so the other 2 generations of speakers were speaking about life experience and things that they had done. And I was 8 years old, so I didn't have much life experience. So I just made up a story, and that story was Sprout's idea. And so I spoke it on stage in front of over 100 people, which was not very easy. I think I was standing there for about a minute before I started talking. Yeah, and afterwards, after I came down from the stage, a heap of people were coming up to me just saying oh, you should make that a book. So we thought, why not? Let's do it. And I loved the first one so much that I did it again.
Because it was so enjoyable. Yeah, that's terrific. Can you tell people about the stories that you've written?
What it's about?
The message. I really like the message of Super Sprout.
Yeah, okay. So the message for Super Sprout is basically believe in yourself, because everyone has their own superpower, and you just need to find yours before you say, well, no. You just need to find your own superpower before you think that you're not special. You need to find your superpower, and everyone has one.
Yeah, it's a beautiful message. I've got your book here. This is your second book, which I took home to Claire and Olivia. You wrote, Keep Sprouting, Lincoln.
Yeah.
And we have read your book so many times before bed. And my daughter, the first time we read it, she goes, a book written by a kid is a good book. And I think it's true, because you know, there's no need for you to adapt the way you speak or anything. You're, completely, but you have something to say as well, which is it's a really nice book. I really like it.
Thank you.
Now, the books are illustrated by someone called Cara, and they're really cool images. How did that process go about? Did you know what you wanted and then you briefed her, or did she read your book and come with different designs and concepts?
So what we did was basically, I sent her some little sketches of just the idea of how I wanted the characters to look, and then she made them 500 times better. Yeah.
Amazing. And so that must have been a really great professional relationship to see your ideas come to life on the page.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
It's so great. And you got a t-shirt there.
Yeah.
What other kind of merch have you got?
Well, I just have a shirt for each book just for me to wear when we go out and, do stuff for the book. And yeah, we're not selling anything just yet.
Not yet. You should have a store. Do you do quite a lot of author promotional activities?
Yeah, we do. We've done quite a bit of them. I usually visit like schools or like kindergartens and stuff and just have like market stalls and things.
That is amazing. We really should say that you are following in the footsteps of your mum, who is also an author. Do you think having a mum who's there with you, writes books, inspired you to think I can write a book too?
Sorry. Yeah, mum's a pretty big influence.
Yeah.
Considering that she's also written a few books of her own. I do want to write a lot more books as well.
That's great. Do you ever like share a desk and write books together?
Not at the moment, no, but yeah.
You're not saying no. What do you love about writing?
Just the stories that you can make up. Like, writing doesn't have a limit to what you can create, and it's just super fun to see what you can come up with, and if you show other people, just like seeing what they think of it.
Yeah, I love that too. It's fantastic. What about Andy Griffiths? Are you a big fan of him? How did that all come about?
Yes, I am a pretty big fan. I have read every book in the Treehouse series about twice. But yeah, that was probably the reason why I wanted him to be like to endorse my book. And yeah, like it was super cool to like when he said yes, like that was just
Yes, totally amazing. And then did you post him the book? Is that how? Yeah. Have you ever met him in person?
Yeah, we did. Well, not in person, but we. Oh wait, we did. Wait, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we did meet him in person
At his book launch?
Yeah, at his at one of his book launches for, was it the 156? Yeah, I think it was the 156 story Treehouse book. Yeah, so we met him there, and he even gave me like a special video message to play at my book launch, which was super cool.
That is really cool. That's so great. What a nice person. Would you like to spend your life writing books like he does?
Yeah, it would be pretty cool if I can do that. Yeah.
Are your teachers like, wow?
Every year, like I kind of just like go up to my teachers and be like, hi, they're like, hi, and I'm like, I've written books, and like, wait, what? Like super surprised.
Yeah, they must fall off their chair. They must.
Yeah, I guess.
Does your school library have copies of your books?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, they do.
Wow. You know, it can take some people a lifetime to start writing books. My oldest client that I've had so far is 94, and her book will come out in December. You can write a book at any age, but you are remarkable in how early a head start you've got on other people. What would your advice be to people who get nervous about public speaking? And this is something for authors who are often shy, but they have to do public speaking.
Really, it's just like no one's going to judge you for speaking on stage. Like, if you think it's scary, like once you get up there, like for me, once you actually get up there and start talking, all of my nerves just sort of go away. But like it's always just the like before you go on stage, that's always what like makes me the most nervous about doing it. But for me, like just once you get on stage, like you're already doing it. There's nothing really to be nervous about.
That's really good advice. Do you love reading?
Yes, I do love reading.
What kind of books do you love?
Like a genre?
Yeah, like genre. Yeah.
I don't really have like a single genre that I like reading. I'm kind of just open to new things. Like the past few weeks I've been like just seeing like if anyone in my class has like any like recommendations for books in the library, and most of the time they've been pretty good suggestions.
What's one of your favorite authors apart from Andy Griffiths?
That one's kind of hard. Probably Ando or Jackie French.
Yes, very good.
And also Dave Pilkey.
I don't know Dave Pilkey.
Captain Underpants.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I know more. Hilarious. Do you plan on writing more books? Are you writing a third book now?
I'm not writing one now, but I do want to write one. Well, like a third one and more. And
in the series? Are you going to keep the series going?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. ... Wait and see. Lincoln, where can people learn more about you and your books?
If you go to lincolnrawlins.com.au, if you want, you can buy the books there. And yeah.
Terrific. Thanks for coming on the podcast, Lincoln.
Thank you for inviting me.